Interested in getting started in water photography? Is water photography suited for you? I'm Dave, and I want to share some important advice from our experts at Liquid Eye Water Housing Systems. At Liquid Eye, we will not try to sell you gear at all cost. Our experience in water photography is legit, and we've been here for ages, constantly redesigning our housings as cameras continue to change. We prefer to drive you on the right path and help you choose the necessary gear for your work or hobby, not to push you to buy expensive items if you don't need them. Our advice comes from long years of experience, and we want to share that with you, our valued customers. First, some quick advice for first-time water shooters. Shooting in the water and shooting on land are very different. There is zero stability under your feet while in the water. You will have to adapt to water because water will not adapt to you. In the water, you'll need to swim fast, move fast, constantly positioning and repositioning yourself according to the waves and current. Anything which could hamper your speed and safety needs to be seriously considered before entering the water. So, how do you choose your first water housing? Unless you're going to build a complete custom water housing, which takes time, probably limited to one specific camera setup, and comes with a high price tag, the average photographer, like you and I, need to stay within the guidelines of what's available on the market. At liquideye.net, we've made this as easy as possible for our first-time buyer and our return customers. First and foremost, water housing manufacturers all have one thing in common: compatibility. The camera market is a big one, and buying a water housing as an accessory can be expensive. The last thing you want to do is buy a camera and lens that isn't compatible with a water housing. So what should you do? If possible, we suggest checking compatibility on our website before buying a camera or lens. Think about the brand of camera you're going to buy. Is it a popular model? And more importantly, do water housing manufacturers support it? Also consider if the water housing can be upgraded with a conversion kit. If you decide to upgrade your camera model in the future, a conversion kit will allow you to switch between compatible camera models using your same water housing without the higher cost of buying a new one. What about lenses? If you already have a compatible camera and thinking of buying a new lens, it's suggested that you check our website to see if it's compatible with a lens port before you buy the lens. Since there are literally thousands of different lenses on the market, you might not see your lens on liquideye.net. In this case, it's recommended that you contact someone from our team of experts. We'll guide you through a quick measuring process to see if the lens is compatible. Not all lenses are supported for various reasons. Weight and diameter of a lens and how much the lens extends in physical length when zooming top the list of deciding if a lens is compatible or not. Some lenses are not recommended due to weight, which causes the camera body to sag. Others tend to have focus issues or severe vignette issues when shooting through a lens port. And some lenses simply won't fit into a water housing or lens port. Our professional team says that focal lengths over 85 millimeters will be quite challenging to shoot in the water. Unless you are already very familiar with action water photography or you have really specific needs, please be aware of some heavy constraints when shooting medium to long focal lengths while swimming in the water. When using longer focal lengths, most of the time a float is required to stay a little bit higher than the water level. A bodyboard, a surfboard, inflatable mattress, or sometimes even a jet ski are most common floats used. Otherwise, you'll have an out of focus blue line on the bottom of every photograph, which could be nice sometimes, but on every photo it might get slightly annoying. Being on a float would put you above the waterline. On the other hand, using a float will restrict you to be a little bit outside of the action, so there's a lot to consider when shooting at a longer focal length. Shooting with a short focal length or wide-angle lenses will require you to get closer to the action without getting in the way. Being able to react quickly and avoid surfers or anticipate where they're going is mandatory. I hope this video will encourage you to get into water photography and push your photography to a more creative level. There's no greater feeling than stoking out the local surfer in your hometown with an epic water shot. Ultimately, we want you to be happy using a liquid eye water housing and enjoy water photography the same way we enjoy designing it to suit your needs. And if you need more advice, check the links below on how to contact us. We're always happy to help and have support in several countries and languages. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below to get notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy shooting.